to NTA News 24. Today is a very special day for us because we'll be talking to a very special person in our studio for a longer time to tell you a lot of things about all the time. When he comes around, he just breaks the time to 5 minutes. You can guess who I'm talking about. However, tomorrow is World AIDS Day, and we celebrate tremendous progress in the global fight against HIV and AIDS while reflecting on the millions of lives lost and how to ensure access to prevention, testing and treatment to all in need. It's also an important day to take stock of progress on global commitments to end HIV and AIDS, which inspired a similar evidence-based global strategy to eliminate cervical cancer as a public health problem. In Nigeria, 950 HIV/AIDS infections are annually recorded, while 51,000 persons die, according to a research in 2021. However, we are still working on it, and as we talk, orthodox practitioners and phytomedicine practitioners have been fighting this particular fight on behalf of the persons who believe in whichever side of the divide you stand. Before we go on, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll meet our very special guest, Dr. Benjamin Amadu, the one and only professor of phytomedicine in Africa. Take it to the bank, that's what it is. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk to Dr. Ben Amadu. Don't go away.
Health is wealth. Folding letters and insightful information in Medicare and health technology. Join us live on NTA News 24 every Saturday at 4 p.m. as we delve into the current advancement in healthcare delivery in today's world. For sponsorship, participation, and inquiries, you can reach us on the following numbers: 0703 424 3412 or 0805 999 4444. Tune to NTA News 24 on YouTube, DSTV channel 419, GoTV channel 26, Star Times channel 101 and 433, and Free TV channel 703. Keep a date with us, 4 p.m. Saturdays, with repeat broadcast on 8:05 p.m. Mondays. Don't miss it.
Welcome. The health show on NTA News 24 now begins with a very kind introduction of Dr. Ben Amadu. Professor, I'll call you that again because you're the only one in Africa. What's your comment about HIV and AIDS and the efforts of your sector of medicine doing about it?
Well, I'd like to greet everybody at home watching this program. I am actually into a research on communicable and non-communicable diseases. In my over 38 years of research, this is the area of research I have always been to. So I don't just speak anyhow. I speak based on the theme of the research that I'm doing. The communicable diseases are diseases of lifestyle, diseases you meet someone, you don't know the person very well, you go out with the person, the next thing, you carry HIV, you don't do the necessary requirements to protect yourself, you develop HIV, you develop hepatitis A, B, C, D, and E, you develop bubonic death, you develop TB, you develop all kinds along that line. This is my first plank of the research. Communicable diseases.
So HIV
is number one.
Is part of that one.
It's number one.
So
HIV 1 and 2.
In your experience in this area of your research, is HIV more people getting infected, or is reducing?
You need to visit my social media handle and see the kind of response to a research we did recently by one of the topmost universities in the north. We bought animals, we gave some our so-called vaccine to prevent HIV. For some, we didn't give them, we took live virus, gave them to the two sets, We allowed them stay for the number of days that they were required to stay, and observation started. As I speak to you, none of the animals with our preventive HIV, nothing happened to them. In their cage, they are running up and down. The other ones that were not given anything have died long ago.
So your medicine, from what you're claiming,
prevents it. So we should not be too localized. Is it not WHO that says sooner or later the modern medicine may have some issues? And where did medicine start from? From phyto, from plants. That's the meaning of phyto.
Vegetables.
Huh? Aspirin from the miado plant, quinine, the back of Shikona alkaloid. I will keep on mentioning them.
Okay, now, doctor, each time you come, we just do 5 minutes and you go. Can you please tell us what inspired you to start doing what you're doing now? What made you? You're a pharmacist by training.
No, as I told you, I was in the State House Clinic while graduating in industrial pharmacy from ABU, 7980. WHO had started talking about use of natural medicine, and I got interested and focused. So by the time I was posted to State House Clinic, in the presidential clinic, where the president of the country, I was in charge of the pharmacy department, and HIV is broke out in the 80s, and we're giving AZT, and I took an oath from ABU while graduating that we must not use anything that has more side effects than its useful effect. And AZT, the first chemical to be used in treating HIV, has that characteristics.
So it has more side effects
than the useful effect, yes. So I was reserved, even though government has approved. So I allowed my junior ones to do that. That pushed me quickly into this research work. And to God be the glory today with the kind of results I have gotten. But more importantly, may the soul of Elizabeth Kafaru rest in peace. It was whatever she was saying every Thursday then, I kept on listening to it, that there is no disease that cannot be dealt with.
By phyto.
By phyto. I stand on that. And I took a German scientific work that says if you work very well on the salad materials, you could get a cure for HIV/AIDS. And that is what has happened today. Salad materials that you know, cabbage, red cabbage, green cabbage, lettuce.
A combination of all
those combinations. And that is why my listeners, don't joke with your salad in any disease situation. Salad, don't joke with it. If you like, don't put the cream. Mix them rough, although in some areas they say, well, we have become animals. Yes, let us be animals and live long.
You better eat your
Yes.
You better eat your medicine.
Yes. So it was that challenge of HIV not use chemical that pushed me into this research to find something for HIV. And in the lab in Lagos, when I was through with my research, I think this thing can deal with HIV/AIDS. And the lab at me, you are not serious? HIV/AIDS has a lot of issues. Diarrhea, issues of antibiotics, infections, issues of diarrhea, I've said it, issues of immune system, and other infections.
How do you attack all these multiple challenges at the same time?
Well, from the process I've gone through, I think I'm there.
Yeah.
And then they say pay $250,000, as at that time, you know, that is several millions today. You know, I paid. And then quickly, they started the first one, testing it against in their lab to check the pain relieving property, because pain is part of HIV/AIDS.
Really?
What happened? Immediately they did the boy entered and did the test and compared my product with diclofenac, one very effective pain reliever. He said, Oga, kinima chisheo.
What does that mean?
It looks like this thing works.
Oh, really?
And his Oga said, you go. You are going to do several tests. You just did one and you are running out. They went to the next one to check the antibiotic effect, compared it with Ciprotab. It was neck to neck with Ciprotab.
Ciprotab, that is your own medicine?
Yes. Then the next one, they created diarrhea in the ileum of the pig, which resembles the human ileum. The thing silenced it. which is what Lomotil will do. So the next one, it must boost the immune system. We bought rabbits. I went to Rambaxi. They gave me AZT. Some group use AZT. Some group use my. At the end of the day, when the analysis were being carried out, the AZT compared to my solution, turbid solution, my solution beat AZT as far back as those years. And I carried my result, put it in my bag. When we moved into Abuja with General Babangida in 1991, I put it in my box, started studying law. When I finished law, I went to NIPRID. Please, can you do this for me? It's very effective against HIV. No. HIV? Kai, you have a result? No, we can't work with your results. We are an institute. I gave them sample, paid the same amount.
Another 250.
I'm telling you. And they did it. That's the beauty of science. It gave us the same results. So those who are sitting on the fence, phytomedicine will go far. And this is that product that was analyzed. Here it is. I said Ben Amodu anti-ACE supplement.
So what do you call it in full?
I called it BAS. When Madam, the DG of NAFDAC that died. So they to register it, yes, they said no, I can mention ACE. But this is how they indoctrinate us. So I went by the side, and that thing said change the name to SAAB, SAAB. I changed it.
Okay, now you are going to tell us when we come back after this break.
Yeah.
Why somebody will tell you to stop and you will insist to continue. Don't go away. After this time out, we'll see what are the economic values of phytomedicine to Nigeria as a country, and even you as an entrepreneur probably that would want to be a distributor for the gentleman sitting next to me. Don't go away. Welcome back from that break. With me in the studio is still Professor Ben Amodu. And now we'll be looking at the economic aspect of phytomedicine for you as a Nigerian and also as African. How do you key into the global space where billions of dollars are being made right now while we live in the tropical parts of the world? Dr. Amodu, are you making profits? Are you happy? Are you going to stop this for anything?
Madam, I'm very, very happy because the scenario that is playing out now, to God be the glory. The Polaris Research Group, I just said, herbal medicine worldwide is projected at $412 billion. The Polaris Research Group, as of now. And that the European community have dominated this by 45% of what the local raw materials are ours.
45% of the market share of phytomedicine
all over the world is dominated by the European Union to the tune of 45 point something percent.
So what are you telling us now as Nigerians and as Africans?
As of today, as I talk to you, Nigeria's herbal medicine take is not more than 50 million naira dollar. For what we is projected at this, and even projected to $6 trillion by 2025, 2030. So, if we are doing this type of work we are doing and can give solutions to very, very critical area of medicine, and I say this with all sense of patriotism, humility. I give Madam an example. My patient who was taken to a highbrow hospital here, the leg was to be amputated because he has ulcer of the leg and is diabetic. And my product was used for 6 days. By the time the professor came back to lose the bandage, healed. Mama, the amputation I'm about to carry out, has been cancelled. Congratulations. Mama is discharged. A patient as far away as Makurdi has an enlarged heart. He was billed to be taken to abroad, and he used this product combination, and the enlarged heart came to normal. He posted direct into my post on the social media. He didn't tell me before I put it. He posted it directly, and the Facebook commended me. It was viewed over 2-something thousand within a few minutes.
So are you making money?
Madam, making money, yeah, the essence is not just the money making. In the last 6 days, where we would shock the world, the last 6 days, patients will call me from Ogun State. I learned your drugs are very good in different aspects of cancer. I have just been diagnosed of cancer, and my doctor told me that there's no cure for it anywhere in the world.
What type of cancer?
Go and die. Cancer of the liver.
6 of your patients, all cancer of the liver?
Yes, they are responding well. Another one called me from Ogun State of State, Kaduna State, Taraba State, and then Abuja town here, a Reverend Father. What's the problem? Cancer is growing on my liver, and I've been discharged. That there's no way forward. Okay, our own American scientists came here. They have checked it. They have seen that it has 89 to 90% effectiveness in this area. We will use the combo for you, and we use the combo.
Okay.
He reported yesterday, that the cancer has started softening. Cancer never softens. Hard mass never softens, but when these materials deal with it, it starts to soften because it's innervated by blood vessels, and this blood vessel carry these herbs. And they start dissolve. The same way it dissolves fibroid, same way it dissolves any mass. So is it not a good news? This is $2.5 million.
Okay, Dr. Amodu, here you are in Nigeria, in Abuja, and people from all over the country are trying to reach you directly.
Yeah.
What is your strategy to be able to get these your medicines to permeate the regions of Nigeria? Do you have representatives? Do you have distributors?
Yes. As a matter of fact, most patients end up being my representative. My patient in Ogun State say, go to him and collect your medication. because of the 419 that is going on the internet. They're even more comfortable. Oh, he knows that person. He's the one who treated him. It makes it easier because most people are very, very afraid.
So,
on the social
is there any
media.
time you'd like to display the number, the persons to contact in these different regions if you do? Because so from time to time you have your number on.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's a very good one. In one of these days, I think we will bring those numbers.
You will pay me for helping you to
thank you.
And then I apologize. I'm not paying
So,
for
madam, so we are talking of critical areas. Glaucoma and cataract can now be resolved unoperatively. Enlarged heart the same way. An unhealed ulcer of the leg. HIV, CD4 count. There are two critical issues in HIV. The CD4 count of the patient, how well is the patient, the internal system, and so on. Then the viral load. These are the two critical issues.
What about your experience in trying to get women pregnant and sustain the pregnancy if they have?
Oh, fertility.
Yeah.
Oh yes, issues of hormonal imbalance, a major issue. I'm treating a family, 17 of them, mother and father included. They had hormonal balance before giving birth to these 15 people.
Oh.
And do you know that all of them have issues relating to hormonal imbalance? And the way I have understood it, I'm able to resolve all the issues, hormonal imbalance, infertility, their brothers and sisters, including ulcer, which I said every family should actually treat for ulcer, man and woman, because based on research and experience of those who have visited me, in this family, the ulcer is more pronounced in the man. In another family, it's more pronounced in the woman. That is how ulcer alternates and deal with people. And you find issues of hormonal imbalance, issues of azoospermia. Somebody would sleep with his wife and nothing comes out during mating. The sperm cells that come out, some of them, very, very zero. Whereas, standardly, it should be up to 40, 50 million.
Dr. Amadu, if I give you another 1 hour, today I spoke less because I'm just a listener today. It's not an interview. I needed to just see the full view of what you've been doing and how you came about it. Thank you so much. Dr. Amadu has been talking to us about the efficacy and the economic value of phytomedicine. I thank you all for joining us. For a repeat of this program on Monday at 8:05 p.m. You can see us on channel.
Give my number, please.
On channel 419. Please, Amadu, Dr. Amadu is saying that please, you've not put his number.
You may have an issue. You may have an issue you want to confirm. I am on 080 37 899 735. 080 37 899 735. Professor Ben Amadu.
The contact is on the well, it's been taken off, but I'm sure that if you are watching this program, you would have seen it. On behalf of our executive producer, our supervising producer, our crew behind all of this, and the Nigerian Medical Association that has gracefully endorsed this program, we thank you very much for joining us. Next week, we'll be here with you with another topic. Thank you.